Right, you are my friend, you are wearing your fluffy slippers, and of course, you are a yummy beef stir fry with extra oyster sauce placed on top of you. That's right, friends, I just had a yummy lunch, and of course, we're going to speak about the most obvious thing, which is Richard Hart, as my Yankee friends say, Hart. Richard Hart's PulseChain sacrifice wallet owns over 100,000 ETH. Okay, now, this is the funny part. What he's playing for, he is playing for the Ethereum ETF, all right? Now, it's very, very clear. He's made some posts, friends, just to show you. So, let's actually check out the actual post here itself. But the post needs some context. So, you see this red line? This is around his average price. He's been adding more. I think there's 100,000 ETH in here. So, it's gone up. He's bought here. But let's actually dive deep into see what's he actually thinking, what he's saying, and you will see it right now. He goes, Ethereum is the most likely coin in the world to get a US ETF next. Historically, Ethereum has murdered Bitcoin returns, as you could once get 2,000 Ethereum for a Bitcoin. Now you can only buy 17 Ethereum. Bitcoin bros are excited about the Bitcoin inflation going down by half. It's still inflating, but Ethereum hasn't been. So this is the warning signs, friends. Let's play some nice pump music, by the way. So everyone was wondering, right? What's he going to do with ETH? Why are you in ETH? Why buying ETH? Now you get to see. He's playing for the Ethereum ETF. I think it's very clear. I think he's using this as a signal. He's like, well, you know, Roca Negra and the ETF goes, sweet, you guys are going to scam us. But first, you're going to bull trap everybody. That's why, friends, if you try to mid-curve everything, you're never going to make it. You see, I know it's a Trojan horse. I know there's like a deep looming monster, big octopus monster at the end lurking with tentacles that's going to try to take away our rights. You know that's eventually going to happen. But to get everybody trapped, you have to entice them with a pump first. You have to do the marketing, get them in. You know, if they just came out and said, well, let's ban Bitcoin or whatever, no one's really going to care. See, we care. But there's so many more people out there in the world who aren't trapped yet. And that's the important part to think about. So whether you think that this thing is going to end up happy for the retailers or bad, it doesn't actually matter. We're still long, we're still strong. Richard Hart continues, if doing things on-chain is better than off-chain, think about how much more on-chain happens on Ethereum than on Bitcoin. Once again, he's basically saying, okay, he's long for the Ethereum ETF. And I've mentioned, friends, it's the passive grandma bid. What he's saying is, he goes, well, everything on-chain is on Ethereum. DeFi, smart contracts, everything, and everything related to Ethereum. Well, if passive grandma investors are buying the Ethereum ETF, which is what's going to come next, then they will provide a bid for Ethereum, and everything liquidity bonded with Ethereum is going to rise up in price. Effectively, all the grandmas out there squinting their eyes. Shout out to the grandmas, by the way. You guys make a mean honey and butter toast in the morning. I appreciate every single one of you with some nice English breakfast tea. Thank you very much. But you can't buy the top, please. Please, grandma. Nonna, take that, please. Please, you can't buy anything else. Just don't buy the top. Look, he's playing for, okay, the ETF's going to come in, the bidders are going to come by, and it's going to hopefully drag up the whole crypto industry northwards, okay? But it's not going to happen overnight. We still need more time for this to happen. You need the approval to come out. I'm going to tell you some critical information too. Roca Negra, their deadline for the Ethereum Spot ETF is in August. So corrupt SEC keep delaying and delaying and delaying. Well, the last one is August. Look, here's the thing, man. I mean, what if they don't do it this year? What if just, look, I'm just telling you now, friends, like, yes, what if they just say no? What if the market downturns, economy goes bad? Like, I've got no interest in this. You just, I don't know, man. Maybe he knows, they know, I don't know. Just telling you, like, just Bitcoin ETF, it just hurts me, friends, because before the Bitcoin ETF, I said, look, once we get the Bitcoin ETF, the next one is, oh, you want this Ethereum ETF? Sweet, you got to come up and give up some rights. Woohoo! It's just so, I hope they give us the Ethereum ETF, but man, it's just going to be, all right, what's next? More ETFs, more ETFs. It's just like, oh, El Salvador's in. Look, if everything stops from here, you got no one to blame but yourself, and so do I. Because you're like, oh, we've been warning about this for years. You sell everything on the Bitcoin ETF around that season. So I guess we'll see what happens, okay? Richard continues, check out PulseChain. It's designed to help get Ethereum fees down. Has an even lower base inflation and higher throughput. You've probably got free coins waiting for you as well. Too long didn't read. Ethereum is better than Bitcoin in almost every possible way. It's more secure, faster, cheaper, higher throughput with a more ambitious roadmap. What? More ambitious roadmap. I don't know what that means. Probably higher growth. I thought we weren't allowed to talk about roadmaps because that might put things in securities. But here's the funny part. You might have the green light now because, you know, he's basically, he knows, friends. He knows. He's not stupid. He knows. He goes, oh, Roca Negra are filing for the ETF for Ethereum, even though Ethereum have a roadmap, even though Vitalik is like the pseudo president of Ethereum coin. He goes, sweet. If you guys have a roadmap, sweet. Well, we got a better roadmap. You know what I mean? Because you can't, if you want to say having a roadmap makes you security, well, what's Ethereum then? He knows what he's doing. It's kind of fascinating how he grabs information out here. He instantly makes a logical conclusion. Whereas me and you, we're like literally still eating the beef stir fry from the fridge that we heated up 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and we're enjoying it. And we're just like, man, what's going on here? Let me process this. What do you think? I don't know. It's moving at a very fast pace. So I've even pointed out here, right, as well. It's very obvious now. You see up here, we are already in Blitz mode. It's just taking time for the exit liquidity to come and find their way in. That's what the Ethereum ETF, I guess that's what Richard's playing for. He's bought 100,000 ETH. Remember, there's still a chance that Ethereum squeezes up to 5K, which that'd be great. Touches 5K, and then he gets out, and then he sits there. I don't know. I have no idea. Only you can ask him. No expectations. Look, friends, I just told you. I want to spin this helicopter hat one more time. Look, man. I've spoken to billionaires, and look, they're not 100% right all the time. But if they were a stock, and you're like, listen, I'm not allowed to touch this stock for 5 years. You'd buy all in, close your mouth, close your eyes, close your mouth, close your belly button. Okay, like, subscribe, and you just come back in 5 years. You know it, man. You know, if it was Elon Musk, you don't care. Okay, Elon Musk, you got 5 years for Tesla to moon, and you're not allowed to, this is in the early days, right? You're not allowed to sell. You go, okay, so I'm not allowed to look at the chart. I can't click sell. I just got to teleport in 5 years. You literally go all in. You literally go all in. You go, sweet. Now imagine you had a snapshot 6 months after that. You see him, he's at the strip club. Maybe he's hanging around in Porky's, gets a tattoo of your friend Somi on his butt cheek. These things is human stuff in between. We think, oh no, they're bad signs. No, man, it's just maybe they're just so confident they can screw up here and then they still win. So these people are just different. They're just on their decision-making tree is just enhanced versus you and me. It just is. It's just like, friends, if the average person out there, if they came and sat in front of a computer with a squeaky chair right behind them and they tried to find their way to crypto, they'd be very slow, sluggish. They don't know what to click. You know what I mean? But your decision-making tree, you're like, oh, let me go search these coins. I know how to use Uniswap, fake DeFi Uniswap. I know how to like interact with stuff. You know, you're just so much more proficient about that. But here's the thing. That's learning a skill. With these billionaires, you can throw them anywhere and they have a process to find stuff faster. They just do, you know? Like Elon Musk, you know, friends, I don't know if you know this, but Elon Musk, they actually asked him, hey, if you weren't doing your like electrical car things and all this stuff, going to space, what would you be doing? He goes, the next thing he would have done was he was going to solve flying around the world. He says, instead of getting you halfway around the world in like, 21 hours, he was going to try get it down to like 8, right? Literally like drop flight time by like 70%. Basically like get it like really, really, really fast. But he said he looked around at it and he also wanted to do trains as well, which is funny. Train maxis, unite! Go the trains. So, he that was his second and third options. And he literally said, he goes, well, they're too boring. He goes, because he was so confident that he could do it and it didn't excite him. He's like, I'll go for the biggest challenge, which is let's go to space, go to Mars, make the rocket be reusable and stuff. So it's interesting, right? It's like if we had another Elon Musk, we'd have it. And I'm like, man, I don't want to get on that plane. The food sucks. Actually, friends, I love plane food. It's just that the toilet's always smelly and bloody hell, when the freaking seatbelt machine comes, I'm just taking a dump. Why are you knocking on the door? I'm going to be all right, okay? If we don't make it out of this plane, it's okay. I'm not going back there. Trust me. I got to hang a dump. I don't know why the flight attendants are like, excuse me. Like, I just got in here. I waited 3 people. It stinks. All right. Oh, man. We got to solve flight. If one of you guys make $1 billion out of crypto, please, friends, I'm begging of you. So we are in this Bitcoin and Ethereum land where you're just in green candle mode. And looking at this chart, friends, look, I'm just going to be honest, man. If we put it on a monthly chart, I'm like, oh, my. Now, I'll be honest. This is crazy, okay? Ethereum had 4 green monthly candles and then this doji. This tiny, I don't know. I saw another chart. It was green, but this one's green again. Like, I don't know. It's just, friends, I'm going to show you what he's actually playing for. I made a post, but I'm going to construct it here for you. You see, he's playing for, okay, he's playing for this. You see how Ethereum shot up to the highs? Well, I don't know, but he might be doing that again. He's probably like, you know, he's probably like playing for that. Maybe he's playing for that. Let me draw that again. Maybe he's like Ethereum doing, you know, Ethereum doing a big triangle, and by the end of the year, Ethereum comes back and breaks it. Woo! Going all the way, third cycle. Maybe. I don't know. Most people, they don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. Just, who cares? Who cares? You just have to wait. There are alt season happening everywhere, friends. I just got to be honest with you. I mean, be honest, that's why you listen to me. Yes, there are alt seasons happening everywhere. You know, when I reported on AI sector like 5 days ago, it was 17 billion as an industry for crypto. Now it's 25 billion, right? So the Altcoin Index, new cycle 1 coins and cycle 1 narratives, they have been dwarfing the old ones. So the pie is splitting. So the new money, the new mind share is going to new stuff, and it's phasing out the old stuff. So even though the altcoin index is recovering, which, you know, objectively it is recovering, if you look at the individual coins, they are not all of the coins. And I can show you right here. You see how this orange line is here? Only things like Chainlink and there's heaps of other AO coins, they are like a big part of this recovery. But for example, if you look at HEX, for example, HEX is down here, even though it had a dilution. Maybe if you include PulseChain, HEX is here. But you get to see, right, this big deviation. But that's actually what's happening. I'm just using that example. There's plenty of other examples out there, like XRP, for example. You're like, wait a minute, how haven't you recovered half your range? Well, now you get to see why. By the way, that's others index is outside of top 10, but it's the same general shape. So what's next for PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX? You can have a look here at the weekly chart. I mean, I'll put on a regular chart, friends, because look, let's be honest, man. There's been a lot of anti-PulseChain, anti-PulseX FUD. And I'm going to show it to you right now. But like, I think around the 6x pump would be enough to basically make everyone like really, really, really excited. I'm just, obviously, I wanted to go higher. I wanted to go 100x. But I'm just trying to find that critical pressure point, because a 2x, no one's getting excited, man. Like, we are in the ecosystem, we're really, really, really far behind. Really far behind. Like, insanely far behind. Okay? Like, you're even getting, for example, Suppo Man, okay? He's getting these comments like, if you're not going to answer my super chat, can I get my money back? Suppo Man, by the way, talking about a coin, it goes up 3x, literally 10 minutes after he talks about it. So you have all of these things happening, okay? You have a lot of these, like, bull market type of signals appearing where people are like, oh, you know, everything's going nuts. So I wonder what's going to happen if you go there. I've made a video on this as well to show there's a lot of like people like bagging out Richard Hart, bagging out PulseChain. In the end, Tommy was right. Richard did a rage pump, just not in HEX, ha ha ha, just over and over and over again. That's not my Telegram, friends. Everyone in my Telegram is friendly and lovely, of course, and strong part of the friendship cult. You eat your own bananas, you hold your own nuts. Now, this is just people out there, because a lot of people get confused. I just got to tell you, okay, I've said this before, I've got to mention it again. A lot of new people. Friends, I do what I do because I'm skilled. All right, now I'm a peanut brain, but what does skill mean? Skill means getting the edge. Now, how do you get the edge? You got to listen to the other side. How do you listen to the other side? You have to hang around in places who hate you, who spit on you, who don't like your coins. You always got to watch the enemy. The disciples of soy, they think they're drinking protein. No. Check the back of the milk packet, all right? Check it. It's soy, all right? It's filled with soy. Everything you're touching filled with soy. Your blood is full of soy. It's not even blood. It's soy. It's just soy milk inside your veins, okay? Now, I hang around there. I hang around people who call me stupid, who idiot, you don't know what you're doing, gamble, you're missing out, you messed up. I hear these. And I just sit there and I just wallow in it, like the sorrow and the sadness and the pity of these. And I'm just listening. I'm like, and I try to figure out what's actually going on. And I'm like, oh, you're actually a cuck. You're on the wrong side. Now, I've done this, you know, ever since I came into crypto. But that's what I do. That's what I do. I go into places that are outside of the bubble. So obviously, I love Hexicans and PulseChain community. You guys are very, very active. We're all very, very active when it comes to Twitter and stuff. However, the bubble is just the bubble. You got to go out and tell. Now, here's the thing. I'm not even telling you to do it because 99% of people, you're just not equipped to deal with other people like this, okay? Because for someone to keep calling you stupid and for me to just do like a cowboy smiley face emoji reply, like you think there's something wrong with me, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, cool, what do you think this is going to zero? I didn't even reply. Here's the funny part. See, I don't want you to waste your time doing that. Just stay long, stay in your core bags. But well, I'm just sharing what I do. I go to places where people hate me, they disagree, they have completely other portfolios. This guy's fully in stablecoins. This guy's a Bitcoin maxi. This guy's Ethereum maxi. This guy's 70-30, 20. I love doing this. This guy's just a yield farmer. This guy's an NFT flipper. I love going and seeing it. What actually I love, friends, actually, now that I think about it, I've realized that NFT guys are actually the kindest of all. They're very accepting of everyone else. You know, they're like everybody, because it makes sense, right? Because if you collect art and like JPEGs, you're like, well, everybody like loves things differently. So they're very, very accepting. So shout out to everybody who's an NFT connoisseur. Everybody else is a cuck basically in ERC casino land, where it's like basically Vegas and syringe needles and people with shotguns just blasting everything in the sky. That type of crazy circus behavior, because everybody's like, I'm cool. It's cool. In NFT land, it's different, which is something I've noticed. I'm just sharing with you, right? But it gets very competitive in ERC20 altcoin land, right? So that's what I do. That's how I find information now. You can't actually get these by like, oh, golly gee, I'm going to read this information from this medium article. It doesn't work like that, man. The only way to win, friends, is literally to do what I do. And lucky for you, the guy with the helicopter hat making nothing for a cost. Nothing. Okay? It's all free. All of it. All my videos, Twitter, Telegram. I'm here 18 hours a day. I don't know. Maybe I'll put up. Friends, if it gets too annoying, I'll put up a paywall, because I'm here to give free content out. But I wonder just how big it has to get, because I'm actually shocked. There's 4,300 of you in Telegram, and I had a heart attack. I'm like, oh, there's going to be cucks everywhere. Nah, there's like one. There's like one soy boy. And guess what? When I come and check the messages, and I'm going to reply to him, I scroll down. No, you guys have ganged up on him. You're like, you're drinking soy. Snap out of it. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. It's funny, even some of my haters who are like pseudo haters, they also attack the soy drinker as well. So get the soy out of here, friends. Get the soy. You don't fornicate with stablecoins pre-euphoria. All right, the 10 bull commandments. We're going to make it. So part of making it, though, is, I know, friends, it's staring into the eye of the beast, where you're like, oh, you're calling me stupid and I'm wrong. I'm going to lose all my money. And the candles have been going against me, but you're still wrong. Friend, I'm telling you, you can't have a logical engineer, doctor's mind where you actually contribute to the health of humanity, or a research scientist building rockets to space. You can't have that mentality in investing. We are schizophrenic. Something's going on. There's a few screws loose. You understand? We run through a brick wall. We'll cook you a sandwich. We'll hit our head, knock out, wake up the next day, go to work, pay taxes. You know what I mean? Then give a speech at some school about motivation. Then go out for a Brenda on the weekend, come back on Monday. You know what I mean? Like this, we can just do everything and then we can do nothing. It's part of this yin yang part. It's basically, look, to make it in this game, friends, all these people who talk about like, oh, investing and this and that, if they speak and they sound normal, it's either they're completely lying or they're unprofitable. That's it. Every single person you know who killed it, you think they're a robot, but what's going on in the brain is like just all these, like, have you ever seen Homer Simpson with the monkey thing, Ben? You see that GIF. It's a very, very famous GIF with the monkey clapping. That's actually what's going on. That's why you got to look for things like, for example, you know, will Jim Cramer be the key to our Bitcoin bull top? Hi, my name is Pip and I bought Bitcoin today at $69,210. I'm counting on Michael Saylor to stop me out. So, you know what I mean? People just read this like, ha, ha, ha. And then the rest of us are like, hey, is this an indicator? Is this a signal? So that's what we're coming down to. All right. Now, I'm hoping this PulseChain price continues up, friends, because a lot of people, what they're basically saying now is you within the community, they're saying, they go, stop using the log chart. It is just full on cope. And I'll be honest, you're right. You're right. The log chart is just cope. The log chart is, let's hide the minus 99% damage. Like we all know, friends, because all the, you know why log charts now cope? Because you're seeing all the meme coiners, the people who were early getting in the first 3 hours, and it points this giant green candle chart. Everyone knows how to paint it now, but it doesn't really do anything because, you know, what's your conviction on that last thing? So this is the linear chart. I'm hoping we just see a big, fat, giant green candle. That's why I'm just hoping and coping, but we are traversing up along here. We need to see something big. The price where Eric squeals is 6 to 7x away. You can also have a look at PulseX as well. It's obviously, they're all the same charts. Everything liquidity linked. And of course, the big daddy is finally HEX, right? Everybody, like you said, man, HEX is still waiting. Still a long way to go. Makes you wonder though. Friends, here's the thing. I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, where's the organic demand? Because the community's in a rift now. Half the community are saying, Richard, pump the coin. Richard, pump the coin. That's what half the community is saying. The other half are saying, no, be your own person. Be your own squirrel. Don't expect somebody to pump your bags. You go and do the work. Now, here's the thing. It's been 3 years. The HEX user base has gone up, more staking. We've launched PulseChain. There are people building on the ecosystem. There's everything developing. People have sat through corrupt SEC, sat through public embarrassment. They've held all this time. By the way, everyone's family friends are still down in PulseX. My gosh, almost 2.5 years now. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's still down. And now don't get me this thing like, oh no, technically you're not down. Like, friends, look around. Like every single coin in crypto, there's like 400 coins in crypto, AI coins, every other poopy coin, meme coins going up just because like you're basically at a loss. If you're at less than a 3x, you're a loss. Let's just admit that for a second. So you're basically at a loss now. And they're saying all these and all the adoption. I mean, I made 2,200 videos. We have 2 HEX conference, PulseChain conference, twice in the year. We have all these things going. People are like, how isn't people bridging over? Well, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Every coin's got to go through this. You just see it. It is what it is. The market's random. Market's chaotic. Okay, but that's what I told you, man. Expect the unexpected. Everybody told you it would run first. Everybody told you bear market hedge. Everybody told you it's going to be up 10x by now. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Everyone who said those would be wrong. So I knew, I go, you know what? If everybody's saying that, it's probably going to be wrong. And it was hard for me to swallow. Like, that means we kind of run last. Our prices are nowhere near, and we're just correlated with Bitcoin at the end. So that's basically, if you just infer that. But it doesn't mean you stop longing, because you know you got an ecosystem behind you. You can go throw lottery tickets out there, but how much are you going to bet? Would you put 30% of your portfolio in them? You probably wouldn't. You got to be an insider. And even then, friends, insiders rat on each other. Okay, so that's what everybody's gathered around. That's the current snapshot. Ethereum's price. Everyone's waiting. It's at 3,900-ish. Everyone's waiting for $4,000 plus. How's Richard Hart's? Because it looks like it now, friends. I know people will say, no, it's not a trade. Come on, man. It looks like a trade now. Like $1,000 Ethereum, I don't like it. $3,600 Ethereum, I love it. Like, that's basically what it is. So there's a lot of pressure on everything to perform now, and maybe you're just going to wake up one day and he just starts smacking it up. I don't know. This is controversial to you? Good. Well, whole crypto industry is controversial, friends, and you'll only know what I'm talking about in the next bear market when everything goes to zero. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget to love to catch you soon.